Hey guys, ravdav here. I am raiding on Cryptic's base. Unfortunately, lava just got off. He helped me build the cannon real quick. But I'm going through the walls on here. This should be the fourth wrap, if I'm counting correctly on here. Just one slab for the slab bust. One shot for the slab bust. And then since we're going low enough on here, my 40 stacker is allowing me to basically one-shot the walls on it. So I do have a fire resistance pot, and I've got through them really nicely. But this should be the fourth one. Oh, I have no idea. Maybe this is the fifth. I don't remember now. Fourth. That's the fourth one. And then that'll do the slab bust. Yeah, I got kind of lonely. Lava was there helping me quite a bit. He was spotting, telling me how things were going on the cannon. But now it's just me. And so I'm going to finish this up. Let me go to Raid Shop, grab some sand. Been trying to kind of wait for Cryptic to get offline, and they're off. So we're going in low on this, and I'm just going to reverse up the back. So that should have been the fifth one. This will be the last slab bust on the back wall. And then this should be the last sand stack that I need to get through. Should put me at their fake region. I'm sure they plan to fill that in later, but they haven't yet. So we'll go through this one, and then I'll check it real quick. I've got a fire resistance pot. I'll fly through real quick, and then see where everything's at. Make sure all of this was actually working. I still have plenty of TNT. Okay. And okay, that was the wrap. Let me get my fire resistance pot out. There's that. Oh shoot, I already got through their fake regen. Oh, well, very nice. Let me fly back through all of that, and we'll stack on that one, and then we can get ready to start doing the... Let me do a slab bust. I'm not sure if there were slabs. I should have checked while I was there. But there's no reason not to fire it. I don't care about the TNT. Cannon like this really doesn't use way too much TNT in comparison to some of them. So if you have to use an extra shot, whoop-de-doo. Or what do I waste? 2 stacks of TNT tops. So that's not bad. It's probably less than that, actually. So there's our hybrid shot. And sand. Oh. Get closer. Alright, now I can just use I can put a little bit of hybrid on there. We're into their base. So they did have a gravel wall out front, but with this one-shotting those walls very quickly, it really wasn't that bad. Let me toss a little bit of sand on there just so I stay up nice and tall on that. And actually, all of my scatter doesn't quite get over there. So depending on what the hammer does, it should open it up completely, because that hammer is going to shoot 40 TNT right into that hole, so that should open up way big, and it still should hybrid though, and drop that down and blow it up with the what's left of the scatter, and there we go, into the base. And then let's see what they have, if anything's going on here. I am dropping my friend. There we go. Plunder, crushing. Now, not too worried about what they have in here. The plan is I'm going to shoot out through this back wall, and they've got some water back there. So what I'll do is that's going to line up. I might have to clear some of this out. Well done, you made it. Message 7 nuts. Well done, you made it. Message 7 nuts. Oh, that's just for those parkour courts. Alright, but yeah, nothing too exciting there. I still have 4 minutes on the fire resistance, so let me just shoot this. See what this does. Once I get to that back wall, then I can stack. And when I stack in the sand, that'll create my backboard so I can reverse off of it, but I got to get in far enough that I can get some water going. So it looks like that already did it for me right there. Let me see if they have slabs on the back side of this. And it looks like they do right here. So I'll have to stack a couple of times. Let me turn off the hybrid and get that going here. We have some sand there, so let's turn that off and stack and make sure that we're not clipping anything. It's hard sometimes to do this without a spotter, but I'll just have to fly back and forth a few times. I might have to go and get some fire resistance pots, but we'll just see how it goes. The hammer on this should stack the full stack for us, and do this 3-4 times. And we might actually have to restack a couple times because we're going to have to blow out those slabs, and that'll lower our sand on us. But let's make sure that this is actually doing something. I don't have the scatter turned on. So and there's no sand. Oh, there's 2 sand. Oh, goody, goody. Well, I tell you what, I'm certainly not going to be stacking 2 by 2 through there. That would be excruciating. Let's see what my height is. This is 36 on here. Everything looks okay. Just don't know why I'm not stacking the whole way. I'll try it one more time and see if I happen to get a stack on that one. But 69.93 on this, so there's no reason this shouldn't be going through. And we'll see. I wonder what that's supposed to be, a little grinder. The point of this was to do a reverse on it. I can go ahead and go through these walls if I can stack back there and get into the base next door. They have kind of a twin base thing going on. 2 minutes left on the fire resistance pot, so keep this going. This is actually a really easy raid on here. They had, was it, I can't even remember now, maybe a total 16 walls on it. The regions, like you saw right there, those were fake. I had already gotten through those on that last shot, so that wasn't a big deal there. And blew into their base now. The back stack just isn't quite doing what I was hoping it will. I'll try a change on the hammer, just in case need a little bit more delay. I could also add a little bit more power to it in case it's just a little bit too far away. But let's see. Oh, there we go. We got a full stack. So let me actually move the barrel up the 1, because that doesn't quite look like it's as high as it typically is. And we'll stack a few times. So that is much more ideal. I'm going to manually turn off my scatter and then raise that back up. And let me stack a few times. So I was estimating the sand stacks. Each shot probably takes less than 30 seconds. So it was 16 stacks is all it took to get through those walls. So all those walls probably took 10 minutes or so. That wasn't too bad. I'm in this recording now 10 minutes. So 20 minutes on the raid thus far. So let's see how that one does. That will probably stack on top of where I already was and not give me a lot of the sand stack here. Oh, I'm out of fire resistance. So I'll go shop here in a minute and I'll go back to F home and grab some stuff. That's always a booger when you run out of the fire resistance. Oh my goodness. Alright. Okay. And throw that up on the wall. And it failed. Thank you. Oh, it uses parkour course. Oh, and it was that judgment. I hate judgment. There we go. So that does look like that is now at 35. Let's see if we get any sand stacked on that next one. But let me go to shop real quick and get that going with some fire resistance. I don't have any more in my PV, so I'm going to have to go F home. And I've got enemies. Who else thinks we should have some potions in the shop? That'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Hiccup. Burp. Something all at once. Alright, so there's some fire resistant pots. Got one on me. Let's move back to raid 2 and see what more we can do. Okay. I do a pretty poor job checking myself, the near and F. Cryptic. And they're all offline. Now, I world downloaded them yesterday, and they had 12 IGs in. Someone else world downloaded them, and it looks like they may no longer have those IGs in, so it'll be a bummer if we get up there and they're actually not. But we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so that did not stack at all. Okay, let's lower that barrel back down and see if we can get a stack on there. Man, going through those layers like that almost gives you seizures. Okay, that's back down. The other thing I could do too is I could lower the actual hammer down as well, because it might just be hitting that back block. Of course, a cannon like this, we're trying to typically stack forward as we go and make progress away from the cannon. And so I'm trying to do the reverse here and just not liking what I'm doing. So I'm getting stuck. Let's see if that did anything. And we've got the 2 down there now. So let's try that again. Pick up some of my sand so I don't waste it all. Oh, just 1. Let's see if it works this time. And if that's the case, I should be able to do a hammer shot and try and bust that slab down there. All Hacks changed his name. Now, All Hacks was the one. He thought he had found the admin box first, but did not. I was there actually 12 minutes before he did. But he was the one that TP'd in all of Cryptic and Fatal and turned the admin event to quite the little ordeal. I raided his base yesterday, and he's been nice to me since then. I don't know why. He was actually quite angry yesterday, but he's changed his tone a little bit and is being cool again. And oh no, oh no. That stacked another 1. Okay, so that surely means that the hammer's hitting on that backside and the sand's hitting there. So I'm going to try lowering that barrel 1. Let me see what blocks I have that I could use. We can use some netherrack because that's easy to adjust. But that's exactly what's going on. So let's move our barrel down 1, and I could actually move our sand down 1 as well. But at this point, that's not something we need to do. This shot, if I'm right, which happens from time to time, this one will stack that up for me. And I may have to re-backstack those 2 after I do the hybrid shot, so I'll probably take a break after this one and then come back once I have my backstack in. So let's take a look, and as long as this works, that'll be the plan. And boom, we got it. All right, so now I can stack the 1 more sand there, and then I can do a my hammer shot. Then I'll restack that, restack this. I'll stack this next one, and as you can tell right here, we have the water flowing down. That water will flow on that one. I'll stack here. That'll have water on top of that, and then I'll start doing my hybrid shot, my reverse shot all the way up the base. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, I have this back stacked to there at least. I'm going to single stack 2 sand here, and then I'm going to use that as the backboard. So I'm going to go shoot those 2 sand right now. It'll probably need to be 2 individual shots just because the way it is kind of working. And yeah. So there's a couple sands. Shoot that. And actually I'm going to go over and check it to see actually what it did. Just in case it actually does stack 2. I wouldn't want to stack down in front again. And it stacked the 1. But the next one will stack another 1. And then we'll be ready to reverse. I need to make a couple trapdoors, and I bet you guys will make fun of me since I have no idea what the crafting recipe is. And I just haven't played that much vanilla Minecraft and ever ran into a need for trapdoors. So I just, honestly, I'll have to go to Google and I'll have to type in Minecraft trapdoor and find out what the recipe is. But there we go. We're stacked to 2 right there. So let me go shop. And let me open up Google real quick and find out what a trapdoor is. Trapdoor is crafted with 6 wood planks. Easy enough. If I can find where the wood's at. So there's that. Workbench. And I don't need a lot of them. That'll work just fine. And Cody. Hi, Cody. Alright, so now to reverse on here, this is really actually pretty simple on how I have this set up. Let me turn my hammer back on. And scatter goes here, of course. Now, when I'm doing a reverse, we don't need all this delay on our scatter. So let's see. We have our delay there. Our hammer is on 3 ticks. So that's 4 ticks, 5, 6, 7. Excuse me again. 7 should be plenty on that. So that puts it 4 ticks after the other one. It'll have plenty of time to shoot up. We'll give that a try first. And as far as the barrel modifications go, we have to have that open. And we'll keep that on, so we have a little bit higher barrel there. And our trapdoor will go. Actually, we can take out those 4 as well. Ah, darn it. Messed up my water. Alright, so that'll stay high on our scatter. And our trapdoors go right here. And I'm looking at it, just doesn't look right. So I'm going to move those down 1. There's no reason we can't have that a lot lower on that. So let me pull those down 1. And it probably would work there. But since I have the extra room in the barrel, there's no reason not to do this here. Of course, this is another one of those things where when you're not 2 places at once, it just, you gotta kind of do what it is. Hope for the best. I probably didn't need to drink that yet. Let's go ahead and fire this and see if the cannon blows up in my face. There is some TNT clipping, and that's always been the case. I'm not worried about that. I just don't know what it's doing on this side. And my cannon's just too close to this edge for me to experiment right here. So our hammer's getting pushed out here. It stays underneath there. This is being shot up and above there. I wonder if our hammer's clipping all the way down here. Let me turn off here and just see if this clips here. No, that looked like it was okay. So that's being shot at Should be 33. And if everything's okay there, it should land right at 33 on this far side. Yeah, it should be okay. The problem is what we're actually probably doing is the TNT's going up here and is not doing anything. That's probably exactly what it's doing. So let me turn off the hammer for a second and see if I can single stack those one more time. And that may fix our little problem we're running into there. So let me turn off the hammer. Because that is now at a 35 height. Yeah, it just might be too high. Stack one. Sometimes these are a little bit of trial and error. We just need a slightly taller backboard. So let's see what we can come up with. So that would be on 36. So if we can do that, that may be our actual, where our TNT goes there. We could lower that down by 1, and it would probably still be okay. Yeah, it would be okay. We could lower that down, because that block is actually down 1. So I might actually do that. I don't remember already if I just needed the 1 more stacked or if it was 2. So let me shoot this, I'll go check, and then I'll just go ahead and lower that, and we'll run the hammer like that, since it seems to be all in place on that side. Nope, 1 more. Okay, 1 more, and I'll just go ahead and fire it. But we've got a little more sand. And that's ready. I can turn that back on now. And I'll go ahead and toss these back in. So, a couple more blocks to there. So that'll stay across that. We are on a short delay on here. So let me go ahead and fire that back up. Let's see what it does. Okay. And if all goes to plan, let me see where my fire resistance is at. I still have 2 minutes. It looked like it reversed, but unfortunately it took some of our stack out. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It may do that on a couple shots just because of how close it is to everything. So let me get that stack going up a little bit, and as soon as I'm up there a little bit further, it's 1 of 4, unfortunately. So I'll get going to that point, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I actually back stacked into that additional little hole it had, so that way the whole obby wall is water prodded. That way, in case it's dipping at all, the whole thing goes. So I got through that first little wall. It stacked inside, so I'm not splitting up the side of the wall like I had hoped to. Let me get... crap, I'm out of fire resistance pots. But let me go in and see if that got through the next one. I did open it up into a nice little chest room that they had. And yeah, so I'm through there. I might need to add some delay on here. Let's see. No, it looks like I'm through. So quite a ways up, but those couple ticks delay were enough to get into it. It looks like, and blow a nice little hole out the side of their wall. So here is, well, it looks like they have hoppers taken out, but this is easily resolved with a charged creeper egg. Toss this down here and see what's over here. And a little pop. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll just sell hand. That's a lot of poppies. Easy, what, $2,000? Okay. So, I don't need those. Let's see what we have going on up here. Just a lot of heads. It looks like they're pretty proud of that. So I don't know if I'm going to waste kegs to deface their wall. But it does look like we have some lava right there. So 2 shots should get us through the obby. So let's fly back there. And I'm going to do 2 shots, and then I'm going to do another 2 shots, and hopefully that'll put us out to the top of their base. If I remember correctly, I just don't remember for sure. So let's do that and see what that gets us. So that's 1 shot. That's 2 shots. That should have us through to that lava that we kind of saw right there. And then if this goes correctly, this should have us either out to the next layer that may potentially be the roof. So let's see what that did. Okay, back up to the top. And I definitely, there's something flowing because my frames are dropping. Still have 5 minutes on the fire resistance, so this won't be a problem. Oh, it looks like we're not quite able to get to the roof, so they did have the IGs out, unfortunately. But let's see if I can add a tick of delay on there and get that to go out through the top of their roof. Wasn't as fun as being able to split all the way up the side of the base, but it definitely still makes a statement. Blew in through the bottom, reverse up to the top. Not a terribly difficult thing to do. So let me, I mean, 1 tick should do it. 2 definitely will. There's 1. Oh. Hopefully I didn't click that too quick. We'll fire 1 just for good measure. And we'll go see what that did. That lava's going to make quite a mess down there for him. And... oh, I went outside the base. That's not what I meant to do. I want to go right there. Oh, they had an extra little layer at the top. Looks like for an AFK pool. So let's see just... yeah, so that goes out the top there. So let me go shoot 2 more. And get out of that lava. 3 minutes on the fire pot. And there is a base next door, but I'm really done with this raid. It's been... I'm a solid hour into it, so I think I'm gonna just be done. I wish they would have had their IGs in, because these guys, every time I've world downloaded them, or even in his video, if you saw him bragging about his IGs before, he never water prods them, so they're extremely vulnerable on that. The base obviously is easily attacked, so if I can catch them one of these times with their IGs in and have the hour or so window to be able to raid them, they won't have their IGs anymore. Those are easily fishing rodded. I toss the keg down, have somebody light it, and then pull it up, and a couple enchanteds, and you could take down a dozen of them easy. So let's see if we split out the top now. Oh, well. I have no idea where I'm at. There we go. Alright, and then water down to the top. So we split out to the top of their base. So they'll have some redecorating to do. Let's see what's in here. A bow, and some arrows. I wish you could put signs in. Ravdav was here. I should do this here for you. Here you guys go. I've always wanted to leave a little calling card. So there you go. There's a money note from Ravdav. Enjoy the money notes. So this guy's his base right here. So they have one wall separating them. It is not a real region. I could get in there real quick. And they had some blazes at about 40. So let me see what this did real quick to this. This might have closed that off for me right here. It looks like the lava is going to continue to flow. So I'm almost out of fire resistance. Let's see what this does down here. So this is going to flow in and put kind of a wall right where I need to be for raiding through there. I really kind of need to see what that's doing right there. It's going to be just enough in the way that I'm just not going to bother. These guys' base wasn't anything too crazy on the other side. They did have some blazes in, and I thought it was like 60 or 70. I just don't really remember. And my current height right there was like 35. So I probably can do the same thing, reverse on that other one. But again, this is taking enough time. It's fun to raid with people. And my kids are all sleeping, and nobody's really online that I've raided with before that helps. These guys, yeah, they've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 walls into. It's the same thing on that side. What about from the east? I should just attack them from the east, huh? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 that way. Let me see what Cryptic had real quick. They had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And they had a gravel wall, and that was a little obnoxious. Had enough scatter on it that it took about 20 shots to get through. And it was real quick. Didn't have to restack the sand every time. So it really wasn't bad at all. Not a whole lot of TNT wasted on the raid. Let me go down one more time. And can I get down easily right here? Let's see if I fall right there. That's fallen. Alright. I don't think there was anything else for me to do in here. My frame's just killing again. There we go. So, oh, looks like we took out some of their spawners there with one of those shots. That was coincidental. But take one last look at their chests. Just a bunch of junk. I think I already went through these. But we'll leave my autograph. Well, that didn't work. Leave that in there for them, and we'll call that good. I'm going to go shop, then I'll go back to the raid. Let me know if you have any questions. This video was quite a bit longer. Hope you guys still enjoyed it, though, and let me know if you have any questions about what I did. I've modified this 40 stacker quite a bit, so it's a lot easier to use. If you're stacking less than 40 on it, it basically is a one-shot on it. You can still get through that hole, and easy to use. I like the little lever thing. Up, down. Turns off and on the scatter. This is modified just slightly right here with the trap doors to do the reverse, so it can regen bust. All you need to do is put a repeater right here, disable this one, change these out to comparators, and then if this is on the same tick of delay as your hammer, it will do a regen bust. You'll have to stack low with your sand first, and that's just with the piston pushed in. That'll stack it low. You'd actually turn off the scatter for that one shot. And then once that's done, you can do that hybrid shot, like I said, with the comparators and stuff, and that will do a regen bust for you. So it's a very efficient cannon to use. You can reverse, and that one we easily could have got the IGs if they would have had them in. So let me know if you have any questions on it. I will release the schematic on this one, and I'll go ahead and toss it in this video here. And it is based on MindChat's 40 regen buster, and so if you notice it looks quite similar, it indeed is. So again, enjoy, guys. Happy raiding, and yeah, hope you're not an enemy of mine, because you might be featured in one of these videos. Later.